What's going on, guys? It's your boy Snorkel404 back at it again with another gameplay video for you guys. In this gameplay video, I was one of the fortunate ones to actually be able to play the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta. The beta actually runs from February 3rd up until February 6th. So basically, if you were one of the lucky ones, you actually signed up a while ago, or even I want to say like a couple weeks ago, to try the beta. They was actually sending out codes. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna get selected because they were saying it was gonna be a random select. But you know how games do, and you know how companies do. Of course, if you pre-ordered the game, you will get access to it. But if you didn't, you did have to go on that website and sign up. So, like I said, I was definitely one of the fortunate ones to be able to get a code, download it, and here I am bringing you guys gameplay. So, just to start on top, I don't want to give you guys a rundown on it. If you're not familiar, Tom Clancy has been putting out like Ghost Recon games for a while, but this actually is one that's a little bit different because this one isn't like a story mode or like the PvP and things in it. This one actually is like an open world one where you can either play solo with up to 3 like AI characters, or like I did, even in the beta, you can go in and actually play with up to like 3 of your friends. So it's a 4-player co-op mode. So this game was, like I said, an open world game. It's developed by Ubisoft Paris, so that kind of puts a lot of relief on me. That kind of lets me know that this game is kind of going in the right direction with having that development team. So basically, this is an open world game where you actually be in Bolivia. So you got to pretty much take down like a major drug cartel, but it actually is kind of one of the games where you got to kind of work from the outside in, where you want to get to the core and being the main villain of the game. You got to take down like a drug cartel operation as far as like their influences, you know, their production people, the ones who do all kind of drug stuff pretty much. So basically, this game is huge. I can kind of really honestly say that even though I haven't played the full game, this beta kind of lets me know if you was one of the fortunate ones that actually be able to play it, you could look at the map and see the size of the map that it actually gave you for the beta, which is still huge. Now, I would honestly say times that by like, maybe, I don't want to say I'm exaggerating, but times like the size of this one map for the beta by 20, and that is pretty much the size of the game, because you're going from this small point where you're doing all these missions and things where you're trying to build up. You got that RPG element where you actually got your guns, you got to put attachments on your gun, you got to level up your character and things like that. So all in all, this game definitely did give me a good feeling. I love that it was open world. The gameplay seemed kind of fluid and things like that, and definitely enjoyed it. Now, with that being said, I'm not gonna be too harsh about it and not gonna, criticize the game, but hopefully they do fix a lot of these bugs in here. It did kind of give me like a hard time. I know maybe I should have did a little bit more button exploration, which I actually did. I thought they would have been, told me in a tutorial things, but just as far as like how do you do things, like it's like a quick time option. They show you how to do the drones, they show you how to do this. I don't think there's no real kind of cover where you actually can hug walls. It's kind of like you just run up to a wall and you're just like on the wall, but there's no real action that says you're hugging up against the wall. I was playing on PS4. I did have a hard time trying to figure out how do I switch shoulders, because it'll be a lot of times where I'm trying to look through a doorway, but I'm on the right shoulder, and I'm trying to look left. I don't know. That was kind of weird. Maybe that was just me, or like I said, I did take some time. I had to do some button configuration to try to find everything out, but luckily I was able to find it. Like I said, that's not a big deal or whatever. And as you guys actually kind of seen earlier, which I'm saying I'm not being too hard, because once again, this was the beta. You kind of seen like when I was riding with my friends, I wasn't actually the one driving. They were the one driving, and you kind of seen them running along the side of the car, on top of the car. They were saying that possibly it was a lag issue on my side, but I'm hardwired and things like that, and I got a great connection. Could hear them fine and everything, but hey, like I said, maybe it's just me. But overall, guys, this beta was absolutely amazing. The game looks amazing. The gameplay seems kind of fluid. It actually gave me more of a feeling that kind of was like, hey, this kind of makes me feel like I'm playing like an upgraded division. It's like this is what they wanted the division to be, but kind of went like a different direction for it, because like the division is like a pure RPG game, while this one is kind of like a, I'll say like a minor one, because it has like its components and things on it with the customization, but doesn't have that full aspect. Now, like I said, once again, the game set in Bolivia. The map is definitely huge. You got all kind of access to all kind of vehicles. Me and my friend jump everything from riding dirt bikes to just riding regular cars to trucks with miniguns on them to planes to helicopters, and it definitely was very, very enjoyable. Being able to just, go here and there without any kind of issue. You don't really have to search for too many vehicles, because it seems like that vehicles are always somewhere around and always very accessible. I'm not sure when a full game come out of like helicopters and things will be available like that. I would honestly hope not. I would hope that it's something that you actually have to work towards and not given to you that easily. But then again, who knows? Maybe it depends on what level and things you want. I know when me and my friends actually get the game, we're going for the hardest difficulty. Where like if one bullet hits you, you automatically die. I'm not sure if everybody's just gonna be elite and getting a headshot, or if it's legit like you get shot in the toe or something. You basically just like, hey, he's down because he got shot in the leg. I don't know if they're gonna take it to that extent, but then again, hey, I don't fully know. The game comes out in March 7th, so I guess we'll definitely have to wait to find out more about that. Now, aside from that, and with the vehicles and things, you actually got quite a few different kind of missions to do, where you actually can do mission as far as like you gotta infiltrate and get some information, or you might have to go in and get an item. You might have to go in to assassinate somebody. You might have to go like just mark some supplies. So it gives you a variety of missions that actually lead up to you going to chase a certain person in the area. Because if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the map quite correctly, it's like you're going for a main person in each section of Bolivia, and what you do is have to do certain missions around it to take you closer to like the borough, I believe that's what it's called, or something like that, where you actually have to take out that main person that'll lead you even closer to the leader of that area. And when you take out one of the main leader, I believe it's like 7 or 8 main leaders, that's what leads up to like the final boss of the game, the guy with the tattoos all over his face that you probably seen in lots and lots of trailers and things. But so you got to do all those missions and definitely get close to him, and eventually take him out. Now, I feel like this game is definitely gonna have some longevity, because it's so much to do. It's a big world, and I imagine that once the season pass and things come out with it, that'll make it even bigger, where you might have more enemies or more side quests, more weapons and things like that. And since I'm actually bringing up weapon, this game has a ton of guns. Now, I'm not sure how many weapons were in the beta, but I know that we started off with like a basic assault rifle. I can't remember the name of it. You have your pistol, and you got like an MP5. I was one of the fortunate ones. When I opened like a weapon case, I was able to get an ACR. I was able to get a light machine gun. Can't remember the name of it. And I was able to get like a sawed-off shotgun. A couple of my friends actually were able to get like sniper rifles and things like that. So it definitely helped with like a lot of long range mission when you actually had to take someone out from far away, if you just want to remain quiet. Because definitely with the game, of course, being a Tom Clancy game, and the game once again is called Ghost, as one of my friends remind me, you actually have like a big stealth component to it, where you want to actually put silencers on your gun. And I mean, it seemed like what I was reading saying that if you actually got silencer on your gun, it reduces the damage. But it's still like one of the games where a headshot is a headshot. You don't have to worry about putting several shots into someone to be able to kill them. It seemed like you're one and done. You can move on with that person. Think it's actually like maybe 3 or 4 factions in the game. I can't remember all the name of them, but definitely you got like your military people, like your thug and thing like that. All in all, guys, I definitely have to say this is going to be one of the games I actually am able to pick up. And I want to say, guys, Definitely be following me on Twitter and things like that, because I sign up for like every single beta, and a lot of times I do get extra codes. So if you guys are looking for an extra code, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. It's at Snorkel404. I try my best to reach out to everyone and just trying to grow. And once again, guys, I want to appreciate everyone who actually takes the time out to watch my videos. You guys don't know how much it actually means to me that I'm actually doing this now and actually getting good feedback. So I appreciate it, guys. So if you go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I put out good gaming videos, so I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.